Hello guys, this is NY Hunter, and I'm here with you today with my Studio Series 86 Ironhide. Well, what do you say? This is like the third iteration since Siege, so yeah, we're gonna find out today if we like them or not. Something real special. I brought all my Ironhides downstairs, as far as the Siege, the Earthrise, and this guy, and we're gonna talk about, at least in my opinion, which one's the best. And I'd like to hear yours too. If you have your opinion now, or if you have your opinion later, if I've swayed you or not. Tell me in the comments which one you think is best. I know a friend who thinks Earthrise is best, and I did too, actually. Didn't mind the backpack, but this might be the best after all. Huh, let's check it out. This is the box, of course, 86 Ironhide. There are some things I don't like about him. We'll just go through it right now. Nice box art, by the way. He comes with 2 guns, which is nice, but I love that rifle he has in Siege and oh yeah, in Siege. And then yeah, he didn't have one in Earthrise. But one thing we'll take a look at him here is I don't like his face sculpt. I don't know what irks me so much about it, but comparing him with Earthrise and Siege, I think his is the worst. You can disagree with me, you probably will, but let's check it out. For the box, there's nothing special on the inside. You have this little picture of the shuttle they were on when they all got blasted. And then, I'm not going to open it, by the way. You have the instructions, you have the white sheet for the warnings for all the countries, the bottom, the top, yeah, that's about it. Let's go on and see the figure. Okay, and here we are again, and Ironhide is sitting on the turntable. And as you can see, he is pretty cool. He doesn't have much waffling per se, but then if you take a look at his feet, you can notice all the panels that have folded in, windows showing by the feet right there. There's clear plastic or bluish clear plastic on the feet, and that part is, I don't know, take it or leave it. His back also, no backpack, which is nice. His bumper is there. The front view is really nice, how it shows the silver along with the red, much like he should be on the cartoon. I don't like this. They have here R2 and over here L2. It's like, why can't you just keep those off the part? But whatever. And then his belt line too, he has that diamond shape as was seen in the cartoon. Yeah, pretty cool. He's got his 2 guns too. If you remember when he was in the shuttle, he held them like this and blasted all the Decepticons, or should I say missed all the Decepticons. And then yeah, him and Ratchet, Prowl, and Brawn were just taken out in the most horrible way. Horrible. But anyway, if we take a look also at the shoulders when he spins around again, you'll see that they did detailing under the armpits. So actually, let's bring him out here. So when he does move his arm, there's no waffling and there's detail under there, which is nice. We've seen that on a few figures already. And then once again, his head sculpt, I don't know. He's got a smirk, which is Ironhide, I guess. He can do that. But comparing with the other 2, which we'll see later, I don't like his head very much as much as the rest. Yeah, the back is pretty cool. His wheels are here, which is not an eyesore actually. I really like that for some reason. Like I said, this diamond pattern on the belt line. He doesn't have any stripes, and he's supposed to have a stripe, at least to me anyway. Down here he's got the back of the van's details, which the other Earthrise and Siege both omit, so it looks really funky from the back. But here you have some detail here, but I worry about this gray paint or silver paint and if it will scratch if he gets scooted along the table or something. Not something I would do, but maybe my kids. And yeah, the windows on the side too, not sure how I really like that. And like I said, L2 and R2. I really don't like it when they stamp the parts with IDs either. So, and they've been doing that a lot lately. But yeah, for the robot mode, I really actually like it. Yeah. Let me bring in, let's see, where did I put that guy? Here is Earthrise, and he's got a little bit of dust. He's got a target master with him, and one thing to notice is the the Studio Series figures are actually pretty light compared to other figures. So if we compare him to Earthrise here, you'll see he is actually, well, if you lifted him, you'd see he's quite a bit heavier. Maybe it's because of the backpack. Oh yeah, and I also have a target master for him. But anyway, he looks more beefy. He looks more bulky, like he could take on more Decepticons. But that's not to say this isn't bad because of that. The Studio Series is supposed to look more streamlined, I would think, and more like the 86 movie. So there's where you go with that. Let me bring out the Siege. Let me see, where can I put him? Should I make a triangle kind of view? Here he is. I love the rifle that he comes with, by the way. So let's see if I move him over here. And honestly, people will argue all day long, but I like the Siege one the best, actually, still. The transformation is super easy. The smooth also. The chest is not, it doesn't have any air holes, or what I call air holes. If you see the Siege, it's nice, square, and closed. Earthrise, you see these air holes on the side. Megatron, Starscream, Decepticons could just take their guns and blast right through there if it was real, and it's kind of lame. But yeah, let me see. But yeah, like I said, the Siege is also a bit heavier as well, and you can see right here he's taller. So where do you get off, Hasbro, making a Studio Series that is less than Siege, but which was made a while back? You should be getting bigger and better. But we've talked about this with other reviewers as well, other colleagues, where they've been lowering the amount that they've been giving us and raising the prices for years now. In any case, let's pause for a second, and then I want to show you their head sculpts in some way, so I can show you what I will give you a look on all of them and show you what I don't like and what I like. Alright, we're back again, and we've got the 3 Ironhides here, and I'll try to zoom in as tight as I can so we can see all their faces. Hopefully it'll be clear. You can see that the Earthrise one has the most glare. The paint and the silver, I guess, seem to be the brightest of the bunch. And over here on the Siege side, his is a little darker, and then the Studio Series is the darkest of them all. And I don't know, like I said, this Studio Series head is my least favorite. I think that it has a little too much roundness. Should it be that round? Maybe, maybe not. But it also seems to have the least detail to me. Let me see. Let me take a look. It's very shiny, very clean, but I guess it goes with the rest of the figure too. The Studio Series is very clean. If we take a look at the Earthrise one, let me bring it up closer. And let's see, and he's got a bit of a frown, but he has some more detail, like on the tip of the front area there. Sideways, he's got a line that goes up and down, which may or may not be valid as far as a detail that he should have. Let me see. We're bringing in Studio Series, and yeah, it's just really smooth, right? And then his face also, he's just got a very stoic face, not very emotional at all, I guess. He is dead, so but anyway, no, not just a joke. But and But yeah, just a very stoic face. And then I think I like the Siege one most of all. It's a little dusty, I apologize. He's with my Autobots on the Autobot shelf upstairs. And I keep him there for family photos, basically. But yeah, he has the most detail. You can see he's got a ridge on the side, detail on the circle. Really a lot of detail on that, what do we call it, mohawk, like Mr. T mohawk. A lot of detail. And I mean, this is the first line Siege, right? So I figured that this is where they put their money to entice people to get back into Transformers. But his face is really good as well. I really like that gruff, little bit of a frown when compared to this guy. Let's zoom out a little bit. When compared to this guy, okay, see, he's almost like, you're like, whatever. Whatever. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, like I said, for him, for Studio Series, zoom out. For Studio Series, I think that he looks the cleanest. I would have liked him to be a little darker. Maybe he should be this red, and that's okay. The blue window, I don't know how I feel about that. It's see-through, but even if it was just solid blue, I think I would have liked that better. And he comes with the 2 guns, just like the movie, which is good. But I do like this rifle that comes with Siege. And then he comes with a gun, Earthrise as well, but I have it in his backpack because I had given him a Target Master. One of those sparkless spot Target Masters. So yeah, that is a close look between these 3. He's got yellow stripes too. He's got silver stripe, and I kind of like that. But yeah, let's transform them and see how they look in vehicle mode with each other. And yeah, we'll go from there. Hey, we're back again. Let's go ahead and transform old Ironhide. This iteration is pretty fun, I gotta say, and no backpack, so everything is self-contained, which is nice as well. And everything kind of folds out and becomes part of the vehicle, which is neat as well. So let's go ahead. We'll take out the guns, put those over there. Okay. And then let's see, first things first. The arms, let's fold the hands in. They don't go all the way, so don't be fooled. All right. And then let's see, we'll move this backwards and expose actually this whole opening an area here. And then we'll open this area. I think this is a good time, and expose this. Let's see. First we'll do the arms. We'll fold them up a little bit as they go in his mold. And yeah, we'll just leave those there for now. And then we'll pop open the chest like so. And you've got to, actually it's a little bit tight here, so you've got to really hold it down and fold it out. I don't like that click. Oh, let me move back a little bit. Oh, I can't. Okay, I don't like that click, but it's just the way it is. We'll open this up and then we'll flip out the windows so we don't forget later, at least the piece of the windows. And then we'll tuck his head inside, as every iteration does as well. And for now, you'll see why, but we'll just leave this open for now, kind of like this. Okay, and then let's move his arms back where they should go, right like this, flush against his back. Okay, and then as we do that, you'll see a pin here and a hole here, and we can put those together as well. Okay. All right, we'll angle this down a little bit. It'll help us later when we put the pieces of the van together, if I remember right. We'll see. Okay, and then we'll move that up, and in this iteration is a little bit different. We're going to pull the waist, actually, if I can say, like like down. Yeah, there, see? Alright, so this whole part comes folding down, and then even though the waist is here, you're turning this part here in order to flip everything around, so this bumper ends up on the front. So let's go. Fold, and then watch out for pieces that hit each other like here, and just kind of tuck and move as we go. Tuck and move, and then when everything's facing forward, we'll start moving the bumper up and putting him back together. Let's see, actually leave it out like this for now, because we'll move to the legs now. Okay, so we've got his legs facing this way. We're gonna bend them a little bit because this mold needs to be a little more compact. And then as we are doing this, we'll start unfolding things. This panel needs to fold up, and this panel needs to fold out, exposing the wheel. And this is no different than any of the other iterations that have come out recently of Ironhide. So once again, the window here, and then this part here, and it's pretty tight on mine. I'm glad to see that, actually. And then we can actually put the legs together now. I think they'll stay together for us as we move. Okay, and then like I said, we bent those legs a little bit because we're gonna put the van together by folding the abdomen back up and then moving these panels where they should go. Okay, and because you can see part of the outside of the van in the arms, they're actually going to need to fit together. And yeah, let's do that. As we fold, remember that this part will attach here, as the other molds like Earthrise and Siege do. And these fists are just gonna sit right here. So it may confuse you a little bit, but let's see, let's get this part up. And then just fit these joints or areas together the way they should go. And then when the top straightens out, it'll all fold together the way it should. Okay, but yeah, we need a little more angle on the legs. And then you can see maybe a little more angle on the arms too. We can still open this up, and we can move this down a little bit. And even though it looks funky, you can see it will actually help. Okay, so let's do that. Move this together again. Push the sides together. And then once again, we're gonna leave this open and put these together. But yeah, this is probably the hardest part, where you have to have everything facing the right way, especially the arms too, because they've really got to fold down a little bit. But everything comes loose, you see. Okay, we'll do the arms first this time. Put the arms, and on the other side, make sure there's enough angle there. Okay, and now put this top part together. It's a bit tough. We need a little more space. Okay, there. So I've got this part in here, this part in here. And now once again, move those legs so you can close up this part. Okay, make sure that is in place. And it's really moving the legs that gets that tight. And now that that's there, let's close up this part. There are hooks here. We've got to push it in pretty strong, and then it'll hold everything together. We can also close this up now too, and that'll just not flop on us as we're pushing on this part. Oh man, come on. We've really got to get these inside here, and it is tough. You can see the notches here where they're supposed to go. Okay, almost. Okay, almost there. Okay, yes, we've got it. Man, and it was as hard as it looks, actually. And now that these pieces are all together, we can turn our attention to the back and the actual real part of, or real look of the van from the feet. All right, so we opened all these up, and then these panels also open up like so and just sit flush here. And then we'll just take this, and you can see what's exposed there, and then take the other side, take that and put that over here, and get these pieces together, and then get these pieces together into the arms area, and come on now. Okay, there. Okay, and now that we've got that in, this is like the trunk, last part here, to put these together. See that tab? Get that fitting here, and then slam the door. Okay, and then check on that back again. I think it came loose. Yep. And once again, like, it's a hook type of joint, so you really got to move this on the outside and then push it in there. Okay, and just hold it together as we do that last part. Make sure it stays together. All right, sorry for all that flipping around. And there he is. Not a bad looking Nissan Vanette. Still like the Earthrise, there's all this color mismatch. Ironhide has a lot of it. I don't know if Ratchet will be the same. The Earthrise Ratchet was a lot better. And then you've got these hooks up here too. I'm guessing for Ratchet's lights as well in the near future. But yeah, I don't like that. And then there's no place to put his guns, actually. There's, in the previous iterations, there was always a place to put his guns. Let's see. Let's look at him on the turntable, get a closer look. All right, and here we are with Ironhide in his Vanette mode. And I like the wheels. I like the rims. Like I said, all the color mismatch I don't like very much. I like that he has actual back end of a van, at least it looks like it. And let's see, I don't like these hinges and these hinges, but I don't know, it doesn't bug me as much in his van mode, even though they stick out like that. I don't know what it is. I think I just kind of like this mode, so I'm okay with it. Like I said, the color mismatch, I don't know if you can see from the video, but it's really prevalent. This is light, this is dark and not glossy, this is dark and glossy, and this is a different red altogether, so you got a whole rainbow of reds on top, and I don't like that. But the Earthrise one had that as a problem as well. As a treat, let's take a look at all of them together in vehicle mode. Okay, and here we are with Siege Ironhide. Like I said, one of my favorites, actually, even more than Earthrise or Studio Series. Really easy transformation. I've never done his review or Earthrise either, so I'm just gonna bookmark the chapter and we're going to go ahead and transform him. Fold that head in. Take the back down. It doesn't come out like Studio Series. Let's see, move back a little bit. All right, and then we'll fold the arms up, and then this longer part will be right here, and will stay on top. Okay, and then we'll put the arms together, the peg and tab, All right, and we'll just leave that there. And then with this model, you can pull this up a little bit. Actually, that could be Siege. All right, I mean, that could be Earthrise. But for this one, actually, let's see if we can spin yet. We can't, no. So we have to, yep, pull this upwards a little bit. There was a little give, yep, okay. And then we'll spin this around and then push it back down and close this up and create that front end. And remember, he's supposed to be a Cybertronian form, so I think they did a great job here. And then, like I said, very easy transformation. With the legs, we'll flip these up. That nice gold right there too. And then when we flip these up, we have parts of the legs also that will open like so. Like so. Okay, and you'll expose this big cavity that will allow you to put the legs together. And oh yeah, see tabs here? They'll go into the underside of the arms. Okay, and yeah, so let's see, we'll put these together a bit. There's a tab in there if you can see. Okay, and then we'll straighten out the legs. Make sure to pin these together. Pin these together, just like the Studio Series. We looked for those to be really fitted in there nicely, and then close these up like that and straighten everything out as you close. There are also pegs here and pegs here that will go into holes here and holes here, so it should go together really nicely for you. And then the last tab up here. So like I said, really easy transformation. You don't need to bend the knees. And then here's his awesome blaster or hammer, whichever you like. I choose blaster, and put that up here. And yeah, that's a really easy transformation. But like I said, really fun. And like I said, for a Cybertronian mode, I really like it. I hate these, but of course, a lot of third-party people, and I think Larkin's Lair also came up with gap fillers for that, if I remember right. But yeah, for Cybertronian mode, like I said, I don't like how the head is just showing there, but really nice. So that's the other version, and he's longer actually than Studio Series. And a correction from what I said before, I think I said Siege was heavier than Studio Series, and I don't think that's true at all. But it's not lighter by much. So that's two. Let's go to Earthrise. Okay, and we're here with Earthrise Ironhide, probably the most bulked up, or looked like the most bulked up Ironhide that's come out lately. If you ask me, we'll take this Target Master away. He's not important. I just wanted to give him an extra gun. And we'll take the backpack off. And his gun is hidden away under here, as you can see. And we'll just leave that there. Oh, zoom out a little. Yep, we'll just leave that there for now. But yeah, for now, we'll open up this stuff anyway, so we can get ready for his transformation. And most people liked or didn't like this backpack, which could be used as a shield or blaster. I thought it was pretty cool, actually. Like I said, on his back, I thought it provided more weight and more presence, and so I really liked it. All right, we'll transform this part. Once again, head down. Okay, and then, oh yeah, this will come over soon, but right now we'll just leave it open. Same as the Siege part, we'll transform his arms. Oh, open this part, transform his arms and fold them this way, as Siege was, and then put that peg into this hole and solidify the arms. And then this part, this waist is a little bit more loose, I would say, but once again, pull this out and then flip this around and push it back in. And at the same time, you can close this up once again. Okay, and then we can actually fold this up a little bit and prepare to close that up later. Same as before, we're going to flip these leg panels up, and we're going to flip these leg panels up, and then put these legs together like so. Okay, there we go. And then the arms go down and these close up, and then these again pin or pinch here and here. And now you know why for the Studio Series I always go there first. And then just fold these together, and then we'll leave this panel here. And this is not much to look at, and very much like the Siege version, but now we've got this backpack, and this will actually fit with these pegs and these pegs right here. Let's open this a little more and leave his gun in there. You could put it on top of the roof though if you wanted to. And this black post goes in here, and everything else goes down, and you just push that in, close the windshields, and everything will solidify a little more. And then close this part. I think I have done a review on him before, actually. Now that I think about it, I might have complained. I did complain somewhere. But here's his van mode from Earthrise. And let's talk about this. This one, of course, has no rear to the van also, which is very annoying. But take a look at this. The way the top shield or backpack panel fits on top of the van, there's this big gap, and if you try to fix it by pushing down, you get a bigger gap in the front. And yeah, if you try to fix that, then you get a bigger gap in the back. So there's no winning here. Nice yellow stripe though, and a nice detail on the front. The colors I was telling you about, if you take a look, this part is light red, this part is a little bit darker, and very terrible matching with the colors as well. But as a van, he's a bit bigger and a bit heavier than the Studio Series. This one is more weighty, definitely, than the Studio Series. And some would say that it's better because of the stripe. But yeah, if you take a look, the Studio Series one is a lot shorter. Probably because I'm missing the backpack. But here's all three. Oh yeah, and of course you could have put the gun on top of here. Since I left it in the trunk, maybe I will put this here. And then I worry about scratching the Autobot symbol, so I just kind of put it a little bit down, but I don't touch the roof, in case you're wondering. And I think that they look good that way with the guns on top. And of course for this guy you can't do that because there's posts for perhaps ratchets, lights, but no weapons. So there we have it. Let's see. Oops. Oh. Okay, there we have it. The three types of vans: Cybertronian, Earthrise, and Studio Series. And yeah, I think that actually, like I said, with all the complaints, minor complaints I have about the Studio Series, I do like that one the best. I'm anxious to hear what your views are. I wish that there was a way to put the weapons on top just to arm them up, because I think that these guys look very cool armed up, and yeah, I would have liked that. But that's it. that's me, and that's my review of Studio Series Ironhide. Please like, please subscribe, please consider Patreon, and be well. I will chat with you guys again soon, and hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. Yay, just coming back one more time. I didn't read the instructions, I have to admit, because I expected this Ironhide's transformation to be so easy. But just want to let you know, you can arm him up with the guns on top. The things that I thought were ratchets, connectors for the lights, maybe they are, but in the future. But the guns do have these squares on the sides, and they do fit into the pegs perfectly. So you can arm them up, and then you have nice three powerful Ironhides right here. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to you one more time, and we will chat again real soon. Bye bye.